There was a reason, of course, because grandmother was a sea captain's wife and delusions of grandeur and all this, and mother having had 2 hours tuition because Lowndes Garages, I think, delivered the car, and the guy who sold it to him went home on the bus. 2 hours, drive around, that's your lot. And then she got a license to drive all classes of vehicles from motorbikes to road rollers. I've still got that one, right? She never sat a test. And I always remember when the guy went home, the story was she took my Uncle Tom to Canon to show off to the boys. Not Uncle Tom, my mother. The only trouble was, he hadn't shown her how to reverse it. So there was no choice, and didn't want to lose face. So she went up, round Pennant, and all the way back and down this side. It was a case of, you know, let's go. And then later on, of course, we had vans. You know, there was a car was one thing, but a van was more useful in the bakery. So we had this bread Bradford van. Well done. EJ8828. I phoned the DVLA not so long ago, see if I could buy that number. EJ8828, the flying banana. It was yellow. In those days, very unusual. And she'd be around the farms in the outlying areas delivering the bread. And of course, a lot of farmers would come down here with the old huge sacks and would fill up once a week with loaves and take them home. Now, this flying banana made its name, and my mother really, because during the blizzards of 1947 up on the tops there, what they did, the lads would dig between the hedges and even have tunnels, so they would go from one farm to the other. And many a person up there said, do you remember your mother driving under those tunnels from farm to farm? Now you've got to remember, Bradford's only that wide, you know, tiny little thing like Austin Sevens, I suppose. And also in 47, my father walked all the way through the snow and the drifts up to Aberystwyth to get east to make the bread. And they were a bit concerned about him because it had gone dark and he still hadn't come home. He was only 9 miles and they thought he'd died. But apparently he took the need for refreshment and a shed full of rum in the pub by the station. Pardon? Royal Oak. Aberystwyth. Oh, no, he called there perhaps on the way back. But a bit of rum, you know, filled up the blood sugar. And he did come home and the village had bread, so he wrote. Now my Uncle Tom, he used to deliver bread around the village in a basket to begin with, and then later on, you see the photographs there, in a bike, on a bike even, with a basket. And this kept him organised, and of course in those days we used to eat a lot of bread. You know, you'd have good thick slices of it with jam for tea, and very often supper was a boiled egg and bread and butter. That was plenty. And I suppose the bakery was well known for its buns, currant buns. People coming down along the road from Aberystwyth would stop there to buy buns. And indeed, Sloane Davis, the policeman, buried next to my family, he prosecuted her during the war for selling overweight bread. And the weights and measures. How do you sell overweight bread? Underweight, yes. But what had happened was there's rationing, and you got coupons. And the bread had to be whatever it is. But what they did, we had our own baker there, Ken, he was a nice guy. And underneath the weight, you have a hole where they put lead to make it up, you know, check that it's right. Now what was happening was that there was dough getting stuck in there. You know, you don't think about it. So it goes in when you're doing it. And of course it had built up in there. And she got fined for selling overweight bread. I mean, oh, it's ridiculous. And as children, we used to be part of the firm, as they say. And we'd be putting on for Christmas cakes. See the wedding cake over there? £7.10. We would have marzipan to put on cakes, and then Mother would put the icing on and all the rest of it. And the worst thing was petit fours, those marzipan things, apples, oranges, bananas, fiddling them, painting them with coloured food, dyes. Oh, dear, tremendous. Anyway, we'll leave that, and we'll just finish by saying there was another bakery in the village, which is at Roast Cottage. It was before my time, and run by Auntie Annie. Was related to my grandmother, apparently. And there you could bring your own bread, and they'd bake it in the oven there. I don't know if any of you remember this, but it was certainly before my time. So, Auntie Annie brought up my Aunt Megan, who was Tudor and Wendy's mother. She was known as Megan Bacchus, despite the fact that the bakery had closed long before my time, but she was always known as Megan Bacchus. So there we are. I'll leave these last few pages for some future occasion if you're lucky enough to have me here again. What I would like to finish mine is this. You as a society group, whatever you want to call it, to the older element, of those born here, you may have seen the pictures and said, I got better pictures than those. Yeah, fine. Let's have a look at them. Because it could be that it'll be too late. And I must congratulate Crew Boys Chapel on that lovely book they produced. Brilliant. In fact, I met with Walter Dickey, remember him? His father used to have a bakery after us one day, and he was so pleased to have had that book. It's a lovely, super book and a credit to all concerned. I hope that you good people of Llanrhystud down Bottom Hill will carry on from that example and work on it. Now, I haven't noticed anyone falling asleep so far, so thank goodness. And did you see that lovely programme the other week on Ken Black, featuring Mr. Dai Morgan?